New Concept Video and the Region Sports Network present IHSAA basketball. Today from the Johnny Baratto Athletic Center in East Chicago, the 3-0 Munster Mustangs battle the 3-0 East Chicago Central Cardinals. Mike Schlotman started things off for the Mustangs, connecting for a three-pointer to open the contest. Dante Brown answered for the Cardinals off a missed shot, cutting the Mustang lead to 1. Next, after a series of turnovers, Rick Carbajal scored on a lay-in. After a missed shot, Chrisman corralled the rebound and found Carbajal on the break and the basket. On East Chicago's next offensive set, Carice Rancifer was fouled in the act of shooting and made 2 foul shots, cutting the Mustang lead to 3. On Munster's next offensive set, Brian Stolars was fouled going to the basket, and he proceeded to make 1 of 2 free throws. On the Cardinals' next possession, Jarek Ware cut the gap with a 15-foot jump shot from the left side. A couple series later, Munster had the ball again, when Mark Stribiak, driving the lane for a bucket and 1, ended the first quarter scoring. After 1 period of play, Munster led East Chicago 11-6. To begin the second quarter, and after a missed Cardinal shot, the Mustangs had the ball. From the top of the key, Chrisman extended the Munster lead, hitting a three-pointer off a feed from Schlotman. Off the missed East Chicago shot, Stolars on the rebound found Chrisman, who proceeded to hit a 14-foot jumper, extending the Munster lead. After a missed East Chicago shot, Schlotman rebounded the ball for Munster, who found Stolars, and he was fouled before the shot, giving the Mustangs the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Schlotman took the inbound pass, and he found Bubash on the pick and roll, who laid it in, extending the Mustang lead. A few sequences later, Munster's Joe Chrisman was fouled, and he proceeded to make both ends of a 1 and bonus. After an East Chicago turnover and a timeout, Munster had the ball again. Christian Young, who checked into the game, wasted no time getting on the board with a three-pointer from the top of the key. After a missed Cardinal opportunity, Munster had the ball again, when Schlotman drove the lane for another Mustang basket. Off an inbound East Chicago pass underneath their own basket, Chrisman stole the ball and went coast to coast and was fouled going to the basket. Chrisman made 1 of 2 free throws. East Chicago had the ball but was unable to score. On the next Mustang offensive sequence, pressure defense by the Cardinals and a steal by Anthony Williams ended the East Chicago scoring drought when Kenneth Lloyd found Jarek Ware on the left side for a 3-point basket. On the next East Chicago sequence, off a Mustang turnover, Lloyd drove the lane for the Cardinal score but was unable to convert the free throw. The score at halftime, the Munster Mustangs 26, the East Chicago Cardinals 11. The second half opened when Munster's Schlotman found Brian Stolars on a clear path to the basket, and he was fouled on the dunk attempt. Brian made 1 of 2 free throws. On Central's first offensive set, Anthony Williams was fouled going to the basket and was able to convert the free throws. Next, it was good ball movement by the Mustangs. Carbajal to Stolars, who found Raphael Stringer on top for a three-point shot. On Munster's next set, Chrisman got the feed underneath but was unable to convert. Off the second missed shot, he grabbed the rebound and scored. After an East Chicago turnover on their end of the court, Central's Jarek Ware stole the Munster inbound pass, and he was fouled going to the basket. He converted 1 of 2 from the stripe. Moving on to further action, on an inbound play that worked to perfection, it was Chrisman to Carbajal, back to Chrisman for a drive and a score. Next, it was a 14-foot jumper by Ware. The Chrisman to Carbajal inbound play worked again. This time it was Carbajal with the basket and one. Carice Rancifer rebounded his own missed shot and scored for the Cardinals. After a timeout, another fine Munster inbound play. This time, Schlottman found Stolars in the paint, who posted up for 2 points. Next, it was second and third opportunities for East Chicago, when Rancifer once again on a missed shot scored a pair for Central. With 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the third, Munster's Scott Yergy took a pass and drove the lane for another Munster basket. On Munster's next possession, Chrisman was fouled going to the basket, and he hit 2 from the charity stripe. On the other end of the court, Anthony Williams got those 2 right back after he was fouled taking the shot. Coming out of the break, the Cardinals had the ball. Following a missed shot, Anthony Brown with a putback scored the first 2 points of the final period. On Munster's first possession, it was Chrisman to Stringer to Carbajal for a Munster basket. Moving on to further action with just over 6 minutes left in the game, a Cardinal steal and a basket by Jarek Ware cut the Mustang lead to 14. But Munster got it right back with a post-up move by Stolars and one. Next, it was Ware for a tray. After a Carbajal free throw, Ware on a nice pass found Rancifer in the paint for 2. With 3.5 minutes to play, it was East Chicago's Ware to Rancifer to Ware and a basket. Next, it was Raphael Stringer with a drive to the hoop. With under 2 minutes to play and Munster with the ball again, it was Stringer with another scoring drive to the basket. With time running out, a Munster steal and a fast break basket by Chrisman increased the Munster lead. Finally, after Coach Mike Hackett's permission, Raphael Stringer added the exclamation point. The final score, the Munster Mustangs 61, the East Chicago Central Cardinals 45. For New Concept Video and the Region Sports Network, this is Bob Guerrero.
I hear Jerusalem bells ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name ever alone this world, but that was when I ruled the world. That was when I ruled the world.